My name is Gavin Evans, and this is my review of Carry On. And I wasn't expecting to wear this hat for this review, but this movie is a Christmas movie. And you know what? It's one of the better Christmas movies as of late, and it's one of the best Netflix original movies, period. This is a very good thriller, so let's begin by talking about the cast. And Taron Egerton is such an underrated actor, and I would love to see him in more movies. He just carries this movie so incredibly well, and he sells you on everything that he needed to. Jason Bateman is great as well. I love to see him play darker characters like in this movie and The Gift, and even though the show is so overrated, Ozark, he just really excels as a villainous character, and I thought he added plenty to this movie. Sophia Carson does do a really good job. She's not in this movie much, but I would argue she is the heart of this film. Daniel Deadwyler, I know people loved her performance in Till and her performance in The Piano Lesson, and I probably won't ever watch those movies, but I get the hype. This could have been a forgettable side character, but she does manage to stand out. Dean Norris just fits this character so perfectly, and he does a good job. Logan Marshall Green, I didn't even recognize, but he does a perfectly fine job. And Synchro Wars does a pretty decent job. So the cast is a highlight, but I also really like the story. Like, this is a good old fashioned thriller, and I was engaged throughout. This movie is entertaining, but it's also very thrilling, it's very tense, and very stressful. And I kept thinking to myself, how is this dude going to get out of this situation? And things are just constantly escalating, and I was completely into it. I also love how this movie utilizes its airport setting. I always talk about how movies need to take place in unique, interesting locations and just fully utilize them, and this movie thankfully does that. I also like how this movie uses Christmas music throughout, and this movie is very well directed by Jimmy Collet-Serra, who, by the way, is such an underrated filmmaker. Like, I think he's only made one movie I don't like, which is Black Adam, but The Shallows is pretty decent. House of Wax is incredible. Orphan is fantastic. One All Night is surprisingly a very emotional movie. Unknown is lots of fun. Non-stop is silly nonsense in a good way. The Commuter I like. And yeah, I just feel like he doesn't get the credit he deserves, but he does a very good job here. He keeps the movie engaging. There are some nice stylized touches I really like, and the action is quite good. There's only really two big action scenes, but they really stood out. And the movie is also quite funny. I laughed out loud a few times, and I definitely wasn't expecting that. And some of the personal drama of the main characters is quite compelling. I was actually invested in our main character and his relationship with his girlfriend, And I love the way he steps up to the plate by the end of this movie. So much to love here, but I do got two bigger issues. In typical Jimmy Collet-Serra thriller fashion, this movie does get pretty convoluted by the end, and this movie is about 2 hours long. Eh, I think it could have shaved down about 15 minutes. It's still a very engaging and entertaining movie, but pacing wise, I think it would have been better that way. But carry on. If you want a good Christmas thriller, I definitely recommend this movie. It's well acted, it's engaging, it's tense and stressful, and I highly recommend this movie. I really do. It's not quite one of my favorite movies of the year, but it's kind of close. So I'll give Carry On a 7.5 out of 10. It's top 5 Jimmy Collet-Serra, and that's saying a lot. But Carry On. Have you seen it? What did you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos soon. And Gavin out. You can carry on now.